Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video, and this is a scrap lift of Stacy. I love this layout. This is for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. Every party weekend that we have once a month, Christina picks somebody for us to scrap lift, and she picked Stacy this time, and I went through a couple of her recent layouts and loved this circle design. I thought it was so unique and kind of different. I needed something different to kind of break me out of the very similar design I'd been doing the past couple pages, so I really liked this one. I think I remember she said it was a scrap lift herself. So I don't remember who she scrap lifted, but I really liked what she did and I just wanted to roll with that design. So first things first, I'm going to cut my little circle element. I really did not want to cut into a whole 12 by 12 to get this circle if I was already going to use a 12 by 12 as the background. So I decided to just use a plain piece of white. This is just filler paper from a page protector. And I just did a circle. I was lazy and didn't want to find a circle to trace. So all I did was I put my pencil through some twine and kind of did this whole compass thing. You saw what I did. But that's kind of how I got out of, that's how I did my lazy person circle, long story short. So I got that trimmed out, and I have a picture of Billy here. This is when he's about 4 months old. We're in school and we're in a computer room waiting for class to start. So, or we're between classes or something. Either way, we're waiting in this computer room, and I decided to have my apple as my snack. And he always loves apples, so I always try to give him a little piece. But for whatever reason, I was bored. I don't know. I was in college and killing time and decided to put the apple sticker on his forehead just to see what he would do, and he just didn't even know it was there, and he just looked really funny. So I just took a picture. That's all this is documenting. But I thought because Billy is golden, he's got his yellow guide dog and training vest on, I thought this mustard and white polka dot would be a really nice background to work with. And I still had some scraps of navy. So my biggest thing on this one, I wanted to get the Aspen girl on this one. So I basically based, not only is Billy yellow, but I kind of was looking at her and what her color scheme was and built my colors based off of that. So she's got these mustard boots and sweater, she's got blue jeans on, and she's got this black and white plaid vest. So that's what I'm rolling with. I got the yellow background, I'm pulling in blue as my accent. There is a pocket card with a little piece of the black and white plaid on it. It's the only black and white plaid in this whole collection. But because I'm getting her used up, I did want to get that section of that pocket card used, just so that color and that pattern was somewhere else as well. So that's kind of what I'm working on. I have a scrap of a mustard frame left over from another page. I'm trying to figure out which blue element I want to use. I really wanted to use the navy and white plaid, but the plaid going over this polka dot was just looking too busy. And so for whatever reason, I felt like this darker blue had less white on it, I think is what helped me, but I decided to use this polka dot pocket card as my blue layer instead of the plaid. So I am going to trim that into a fishtail banner. I'm going to bring a little bit of it over to the left side so it looks like a longer piece. I definitely want some blue on the left side by Aspen. But I really wanted to branch out. Stacy's layout has this photo sitting on the corner, like the edge of this circle, with a banner coming out horizontally. So I'm really trying to follow that with this scrap. So I'm kind of composing a little cluster over here by Aspen. She's sitting on the frame, which I think is nice. And that little plaid scrap. And then now I'm taking a piece of the black and white Felicity Jane branding strip and adding that to the bottom just for an extra banner and an extra layer. I really like the mustard and blue color scheme, but with her having this black and white vest, I was really trying to be cognizant of having a couple other things that are black and white instead of the navy and white, which I usually do not like mixing black and navy, but I think just because in her die cut she's got this vest on, I really wanted that to be represented on the page a little bit. So you can see that plaid going down behind her, and then this little black and white branding strip. That's really all the black and white I add, other than I think I pull in one black heart at one point, just to tie in the black a little bit, but I really try to stick more to the navy as we get going. So I'm just getting all of this pieced together. It was kind of a lot of little pieces because everything was kind of a little scrap. You can see I have not glued down the white circle to the background yet because I know I'm going to be gutting that part of the mustard. I just haven't got around to it yet, but I'm definitely saving a massive portion of this mustard and white polka dot background since it's covered up so much by this white circle. It really threw me working with the plain white. You guys know that plain white intimidates me. People do it so well. Layouts with plain white, they look so pretty. And I try to do it and it just looks too plain. I don't know what it is. I don't know what doesn't translate, but when I try to use it, I'm just like, it needs to be a pattern. I can't deal with the blankness. But it's Felicity Jane. I feel like if I'm going to try and pull off a blank white area, Felicity Jane's the layout to do it on because I like those pages to look more minimalistic and clean anyways. So we're going to keep rolling with it. And I ended up needing help from the ladies on Zoom. I made this during the Secret at Secret Kit Club party weekend. And so several of the ladies kind of helped me figure out what to do. There were 2 Lauras, and then Debbie and April were on Zoom with me. So they kind of helped me. When I got to the end, I showed them and I'm like, I like it, but it's not done yet. Like, what do I do? And they hit me with a bunch of great ideas that was like chef's kiss. Perfect finishing touch. I was so happy when I finished it. And I was like, why didn't I think of that? But before I glue down this little banner area with the photo, I just wanted to add a couple more layers. So I'm adding a white doily and a glassine bag. I know it's going over the white, but I kind of like the mix in textures of white on white. I think it's really interesting. And then I needed some more navy, but I didn't really have any more navy die cuts in my collection. So I went through some of my die cuts that were sent to me in some Happy Mail. And I have a ton from Jennifer. Jennifer keeps me stocked on really cute die cuts. And I always grab the white and the black, but she did send me a good chunk of navy, which I love because when I need the perfect touch of navy, I go to her stuff. She's got several word titles for me, some navy doilies and all that kind of stuff. So I thought this was the perfect page to pull a couple pieces in on to tie in the navy because I didn't really pull any more navy in from the collection. But I definitely needed more. So I have this little hello piece, which I thought was the perfect size. It really fit nicely in my cluster. So I'm just going to use that as my title. This page really isn't about anything. It was such a cute picture of Billy and I just wanted to document it. So I will do a little bit of journaling, but you can see in the picture, like I'm holding the apple to the left there. Billy's looking at the apple with the apple sticker on his forehead. Like that's it. Because I did have the navy title, I am adding some yellow chipboard hearts. And then now I wanted a cluster to the upper right, similar to what Stacy did. She kind of had a little scallopy circle base for her embellishment cluster. So there's this kind of half doily. It's really cute. It has little hearts on it, which I thought was adorable. But I thought that would be nice to pull the navy up there and give the same look as Stacy, but then build from there. I was kind of trying to use ephemera from the collection up there, but it just looked too busy. Something about that little notebook paper with that little tag just proportionally wasn't looking right. And I was trying to figure out what on this page is a big element that needs to be balanced. What was I missing from the rest of the page that's not in the upper right hand corner? And it was the big blank white. That's what was bothering me. So there is a branding strip, or not branding strip, there's a pocket card that's all white and there's just a little green label on it that says love this. So what I ended up doing was fussy cut the love this. I'll save that for another layout where I'm using green. But the rest of that blank white pocket card, I just trimmed into a fishtail banner. I don't know where I am right now. I'm probably just talking to the ladies on Zoom. I don't know. Sorry about the blank space. But I will pull in a pocket card to fussy cut into a banner. And that will be behind this navy doily that then kind of helps break me out of this little jam here. I really wanted to use that little tag up there because it's the same white and mustard polka dot that's on the frame that I used next to the aspen die cut, which is why I really wanted to use it. But proportionally, it just wasn't looking right. I kind of got stuck on the cluster up there, so I revisited my other area of the page. And I did want one more, like I said earlier, black element to help tie into Aspen's black and white vest. So I just took some hearts from Ronnie, and there's a lot of Happy Mail die cuts on this page. I love it. I took a white heart and layered a black heart on some foam on top of it, just to give another black and white area to tie into Aspen. So I think that's cute. And I love pairing hearts like this anyways. I love this embellishment, pairing hearts like this. But I especially love it on pages with me and Billy, because I just feel like it's me and Billy. Like, I'm the big heart and he's the little heart. I just love it. So I did that. That's really the only embellishment I'm doing down there. I just wanted another black and white thing to tie into Aspen. But here's that pocket card. I'm going to save this green piece. But I'm going to use the plain white. I didn't want that to go to waste. So I like that I got it used up, even if it's just a little banner here. But I think that helped. It needed that fresh blank white area. It was just looking too crowded on the polka dot otherwise, and this just was perfect. So, but I end up taking off these other two pieces just because they weren't working. So I'll take those off and switch it up a little bit. There is a scrap of a pocket card, a mustard pocket card that has that house on it that says home. I'm going to trim the home part off because we're not home. But I do like the little house, and I like that it's a more solid white and mustard piece, so it ties into the background, but it doesn't blend in, especially because it's going to be on top of this navy and white. But I'm trimming that into a little fishtail as well, and I'm going to have that as my embellishment up there instead, just because I feel like it holds up better than the pieces I was trying to use before. And I like this because my title is navy and has the white hearts, and now this embellishment piece is mustard and has the navy hearts. So I'll kind of add some more chipboard hearts up there too once I get this down, but I kind of like how that was mirrored. And I just want to run this banner and this doily off the top of the page, and so I can trim it flat, just so it all looks seamless. So you'll see where I'm kind of hanging that off. I really want it to start where those little heart pieces are on that half a doily. I think that's really cute. So I'm trimming off the excess, and then I will glue down the banner. I will glue down the navy hearts, and we're almost to the point where I was like, it's cute, but it's not done yet. So I'll show you kind of what they recommend I do. But I got here and I'm like, it does look cute, especially after I add these navy hearts. I'm like, that's a cute little finishing touch. Like, that cluster looks done. All the clusters look done, but the page as a whole just looks too plain. I just didn't know what to do. So I showed it to the ladies on Zoom, and they gave me some great recommendations. First one that I really loved was to ink the edges. I didn't do this at first because my navy ink pad is trying to die on me. And I didn't know if it could ink around the edges, but I really didn't want to use black, and I definitely didn't want to use brown, and all the other colors just wouldn't go. So I am adding journaling in navy. That also helps pull some blue down there. It just says, Billy always makes the boring parts of my day more fun. And that was October 10th of 2011. Anyways, though, it was one of those things that's like, as soon as she said ink the edges, I'm like, oh, that would really help make it look finished. It's like, I want to use navy though. And so I tried with the navy, and there was enough juice to ink the edges. So I was really happy with that, because I think that really, really helped. But my other recommendation that they gave me, they mentioned splattering to help break up some of this white, which I really like. But again, I didn't have a splattered color that I thought would work good. And I also didn't trust myself not to make it super messy, because I was liking how fresh it looked. Like, I did want something to break up the white, but I didn't trust myself not to make it too messy if I tried to splatter. Plus just not having the color I needed. I'm sure I could have made the color I needed by watering down acrylic paint or something, but either way, did not trust myself to do that. But the other thing was, one of the ladies said to faux stitch around the circle. And my mom, like literally 2 days ago, had my sister drop off some extra embroidery floss that she wasn't going to use that was colored. She asked me if I would use it, and I told her my go-to thread is really white and black. I really only use white and black, but I'm not opposed to color. I just don't think to use color. So I had her baggie of embroidery floss on my desk, and there was a yellow in there. It wasn't exactly mustard, but it was close enough, and I was like, I'm not going to faux stitch. I'm going to hand stitch. So I loved those 2 recommendations, like helped my page finish it off, look beautiful. I'm kind of clearing off my desk here because I am about to do all of the stitching work. I'm just trying to freehand poke these circles about 1/4 of an inch apart, and then I go in with my mustard embroidery floss, and I skipped all of this so you didn't have to watch it, but look at that. It's so cute. It's like the finishing little touch, and I'm showing the girls on Zoom. I was so proud. Thank you guys again. I love this page since you guys helped me. But yeah, close-ups are here in a minute. I did miss 1 stitch on the bottom of the circle, so I'm going to go back and do that. I don't even know if you can see in this video, but here's the close-ups. I think it turned out so cute. I loved scrap lifting Stacy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.